schools.
Budding rocket scientists took over the University of Wollongong today for an inter-schools challenge. It's hoped the technology challenge will be rolled out statewide next year.
The next generation of aeronautical engineers working their way through a problem.
Our first one broke, this one, our little speed. So we're trying to make a second one.
Their task was to build a plane, and while some had trouble getting off the ground, others soared. The students were also judged on how much speed their aircraft could generate.
Being light and not having too much of an angle of attack.
Outside, it was all about bottle rockets and how far they could fly.
If you have better wings and you have angular wings or just totally flat wings, it's on the aerodynamics of things.
The Aeronautical Velocity Challenge looks at addressing Australia's shortage of scientists and engineers.
Basically just about engaging the kids in some form of technology education, knowing that they can do things wrong as long as they learn from it.
Warrawong High, Canobolas Rural Tech, Marsden High and Toongabbie Christian School were the 4 schools to take part in the pilot program.
The idea there is that when we launch this as a statewide full-blown competition next year, that those schools will act as hub schools to host the regional events.
Rob Beaumont, Win News.
Should I get like a...
Then I guess you're going to have at least one more
Gotcha.
It's swiveling.
Okay, you ready? Go!
8 schools have gone head-to-head in the Aeronautical Velocity Challenge State Finals at the University of Wollongong. It shows students the fun side of science, opening up the subject as a possible career choice.
Budding rocket scientists putting theory into practice in a bid to fly faster, higher and longer.
So we put the wings on here so it actually doesn't spin as much and it actually goes further.
30 schools across the state have implemented the Aeronautical Velocity Challenge into their curriculum. The top 8 made it to the state finals.
They're testing their knowledge and how they can learn from their mistakes as well as their successes. So when the kids are designing their rockets, they have to experiment with the amount of water they can put in, the angle of flight.
And with any luck, they'll keep improving their designs, launching further and further into the stratosphere.
I think our rocket went really well today. Every time it went over 60 metres.
At the Power Anchor activity, it was a dogfight for whose plane was best. When it came to the quickest model, Nowra Christian College set the pace.
We made it quick by only putting a little bit of angle of attack on there, and then we also we just made the wings really short so it will go fast.
They may not all become rocket scientists, but it's hoped these students can take the skills they've learnt into the workforce after school.
You know, in the future, 75% of all jobs are going to be STEM-related jobs, and you know, these sort of initiatives are things we do in schools to get the kids interested in the grassroots.
Yeah, I really like I want to be a TAS teacher when I get older and build stuff, so that'll be heaps fun.
Rob Beaumont, Win News.
Students from across New South Wales today battled it out with homemade bottle rockets and propeller-powered planes for the 3rd Aeronautical Velocity Challenge State Finals. Primary and high schoolers put their engineering and design skills to the test in a mission to be named state champion.
3, 2, 1, liftoff. These students are learning what it takes to launch a water pressure bottle rocket.
We've been doing rockets and plane designing at school and testing what works and what doesn't work.
They're among more than a dozen schools from all over the state that have come to compete in the Aeronautical Velocity Challenge state finals, and the pressure is on.
While we were building this one, all of us were working as a team, and then in the last 3 minutes everything got a bit stressful though, and yeah, we got 63.1 metres, so it worked out well.
The competition turns the theoretical STEM skills learnt in class into a practical and action-packed competition.
Hands-on science, technology, engineering and maths. So they go through a lot of design work to develop what's going to work best. They'll test their ideas, they'll experiment with different launch angles, different quantities of water.
I think we put a little bit too much water in and we might need to change our fin design.
The more advanced students taking a shot at getting propeller-powered planes up in the air. And while these Year 9 girls may not have the flight yet, they certainly have the style.
We each did a different aspect of it, and in the end we just covered it in glitter and just kind of hope for the best.
So they are rewarded for the way they can present their rocket as well. So you see there's rainbow, there's glitter, there's stars, there's vinyl cut and print things, and we really have no limits.
Sydney Pede, Win News.
From flying drones to shooting homemade bottle rockets, there was no shortage of excitement at today's Aeronautical Velocity Challenge. Students from across the state put their engineering skills to the test, all in the name of science.
Taking a step right into the depths of the drone zone, these school children quickly learning the navigation of society's future technology.
What's going through your mind right now?
Oh, not much. It's just you need to stay coordinated and try concentrate.
It's the first year drones have been included in the State School Aeronautical Challenge. The new toys pushed right to the limit.
We've had a few wires get ripped out. So we're just replacing them right now, and as soon as they get replaced, we'll get them back up in the air.
Now these kids have had about a week of practice, and I can tell you after picking it up just a couple of minutes ago, it's definitely a lot harder than it looks. But of course, like anything, practice makes perfect.
Flying and piloting something, well that's cool, but what they're learning when we link it back to our technology curriculum is all about, how are drones used in society?
Next door, the propeller-powered planes kept pilots in circles.
Do you get dizzy watching it go round and round?
Nah, not really.
Outside, the homemade bottle rockets were back, reaching speeds of up to 350 kilometres an hour.
It went all the way past the fence into the bushes, so it's pretty fast. The furthest today so far at about 115.
The event itself promising to reach new heights next time around.
But the big plan is next year that University of Wollongong hosts a national final with schools from all across Australia.
Jake Keating, Win News.